disguises it as Yonto. Here's Anton Stack, the two-time Germany international. Speaks to the quality and depth of Leeds squad these days, so they can make these changes, and that's still a strong team out there.
Well, I'm literally going to say that about the two central midfield pairings that have played one in the first half, Tanaka, Longstaff. Know how to operate in the Premier League, and then these two coming on Stack in terms of the Bundesliga. Most interceptions in 2 seasons have been there. What's that captain have to do? Massive noises just reverberate around the stadium.
Yeah, because some of the United subs are up and warming up. Cunha, Fernandes and Tielemans amongst them. Chancing Bruno from the predominantly Manchester United support. There is Roden getting forward right on time. It's a brilliant save from Lemons to keep out Harry Wilson.
Roden can't believe it. You referenced it early. The Roden from centre half. Not like the centre half I remember in Kenny Cunningham in terms of those marauding runs from the back.
It's nearly a brilliant Leeds United goal.
So angry, Roden, with the finish. It wasn't a goal. He was up for an assist.
But it would have been exactly like the Calvert-Lewin goal from the weekend at Ellen Road.
Calvert-Lewin was behind him, ready to tap it in.
Not far too loose from Dixie. James Justin. Leslock is back to Cairns. They are missing a couple of players at the moment, Leeds United 3-3. Gabriel Gudmundsson, who picked up a hamstring issue versus Liverpool in that 4-2 pre-season friendly win. He's going to be out for a few more weeks and will miss the start of the season.
Roden pops the ball down the line to Gnonto. Calvert-Lewin's just waiting in the middle, and Gnonto plays it blind, which was the right thing to do. Brilliant defending from Lenny Yoro. That Yoro's recovery pace, he needed it there. So he gets in behind that early ball again. Calvert-Lewin is ahead of him, but he just gets a toe to clear the danger. Gnonto hangs it up towards Calvert-Lewin. Cresswell bent it straight into the torso of Lamons.
Cheers from the Leeds fans as the voice is gifted back to them. Went unbeaten against Manchester United last season, the 1-1 draw at Ellen Road before that. Huge win at Old Trafford, their first in 45 years in the league. Notable as well because they've gone into that game having not scored in 4 matches and looked in trouble. And whoosh off they went, started winning matches and stayed in the Premier League.
It's a massive result for him, really was. You're right, teams down the bottom were hoping that they could drag Leeds back into it. Realised it up there, didn't it? Just a little touch space to try and bend one in. Why not? Incredible, like you say, about the footballing family. I know Leeds is synonymous with the Greys as such,
Yep,
but
that's right.
3 Cresswells now to represent.
Dixie, lovely drag away from Cresswell, and it was just a bit too high and awkward for Amad Diallo. Amas. Romo. Well, pounced upon by Ampadu. Sure enough, the fresh legs just do look a little bit fresher out there for Leeds United since the half-time changes.
starting position, that defensive structure, the back five, and the four. How quickly you can get your opponent's head down so they can't make passes comfortably.
Those two go head to head again.
So just how positive he is. Squares up his defensive opposition. Tries to step out to go on the outside, but Nonso's got that pace to get there, just block it out from the corner.
Fletcher with the deliveries from that side. His twin brother Jack is on the United bench today. Bornau with a header. I'll tell you now that United subs who were warming up and getting ready to come on now. That's why the crowd got excited again.
And their captain, the first with his bib off, ready to go.
Here's Armour, 18-year-old defender. He's trying to pounce upon this. Calvert Lewin. Brilliant strength from the England international. He threads it onto Okafor. He's brought down by Dallo. Well, Okafor with his pace was essentially away there for Leeds United.
Bad starting position by Dallo. Gets back goal side, but goes on the wrong side rather than getting inside the pass. Commits to the dive before his touch. Looks like he's going to put himself in on goal.
Bruno's name rings out. Anticipating the arrival of Manchester United's captain. Let's have a free kick. No red card for Dallo. I don't think I saw a yellow either, to be honest. Anton Stach bends it. It's good from a set piece, isn't he? But that was comfortable for Lamont. Actually, just remembered that stunning free kick he scored at Villa Park in a thrilling game in the second half of the season between Leeds and Villa. Ball by Yoro. That was entirely by design, but it looked good from Brian Mbeumo, and this has really worked out for Manchester United. Amad Diallo thumps it into Cresswell. Collier. Mbeumo. Tom Stach in the way. Dallo's delivery is straight into Candace's arms.
It's difficult. Mbeumo's up against three centre-backs. He's the only real target as that ball came into the box.
It's been an ambitious transfer window from Leeds United. Spending big on Haramovic and Trafford, the signing of Harry Wilson. Do you think they need to do some more, Gary, before the window shuts?
I think they'll be delighted with those three. Centre-back strike going out to centre-back had to come in. I really like the signing of Wilson. I think it's a brilliant one. Offers a constant goal threat in that second line of attack. Of course, the goalkeeper, I feel so highly rated. I think a lot of teams missed the boat. Leeds have got in there. That's a brilliant signing. I think Parker's always looking.
Time for the changes. Dallo for Mazraoui is in with one right back for right back. Dallo has been wearing the captain's armband. Thompson on the arm of Bruno Fernandes. And listen for the cue when Bruno Fernandes' name is said. Shaw's on, but the big draw it would appear is Bruno Fernandes. Huge cheer for him there. Yuri Tielemans is into the action too. The man who broke the Premier League assist for Bruno Fernandes last season. Shaw's come on for a Massa left back. So there is Jack Fletcher, twin brother of Tyler. And United have made a change in goal as well, as you may have heard there, because Lamans is off. And academy graduate Dermot Mee, who played for Northern Ireland at youth level, is into the United goal. Tyler, who joined from Leeds United, not actually on the Manchester United bench. Shaw on. Thompson. Stick a by with Fernandes, little drop in the shoulder into Cunha. Just to dance away. Well dealt with by Gnonto.
Cunha going at the point of United's attack. Bruno Fernandes on number 10 just behind.
Or square at Croke Park. That's Rowie. Thumped away by Dermot Mee. Fernandes shot to pop that first time to Cunha. So with Mbeumo and Zirkzee off, as well as Amad Diallo, how does this United attack shape up here, Gary?
It looks dangerous. You think about Bruno getting on that ball, looking immediately past to Cunha, who does drop deeper than Mbeumo does. It's a decision for those back three centre halves of Leeds whether or not they go in there. And in doing so, you do create space then for those attackers from wide.
I think Thompson did well, and that was an interesting ball in the direction of Jack Fletcher.
I like how direct he actually is, Thompson, in terms of makes up his mind quite early whether it's a cross or he's going to run at the defender.
So if my maths is right, the only player still out there that started again for United is Lenny Yoro. Do you expect United to do more, Gary? Are they well enough equipped? They're guaranteed to play an extra 8 games because of the Champions League phase.
I think that'll be determined by who actually leaves the club, whether or not it frees up the space.
Pass is wonderfully swept out by Yuri Tielemans. Cunha and Mazraoui tried to get it going. Parker says he's very happy with his new signings, but says, I'm also greedy. I want as much quality as possible to make the whole job easier. He's convinced they're not done yet in the market.
I think every manager always wants more, always thinks they can make improvements. I thought it was a brilliant end to the season. A cautionary tale in terms of the fact that when they came back into the Premier League after that long absence, they finished 9th. It was brilliant, and then you're looking for them to build on that. They made 2 signings that summer. Inevitable relegation followed. I think they're wary of something like that now. They've got to keep adding to this group of players.
approaching the midway point in the second half. Interestingly enough, Leeds played Leipzig at Elland Road at the weekend in a match that was 120 minutes long. Again, they extended out to make sure they could get as many minutes into the legs of their players as possible. Here's Tielemans. Now Jack Fletcher, more of an attacking-minded player than his twin brother Tyler. Collier. Pass wasn't quite on for Thompson to feed it into Cunha. Fernandes pops it off. Collier out wide and Thompson takes it on. Shaw on his outside here. Gnonto backpedaling. Yoro.
No real panic by Leeds in terms of trying to get out. Wait for that loose pass, the one that they can actually engage on. That back five and that midfield four just sitting in there, literally saying to United, what is it, you can pass as much as you want around the halfway line. So Bruno in particular, Cunha as well, just to find space in the gaps and exploit it.
Cunha drops, links with Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes trying to get it back to Mazraoui. Okafor.
Brilliant.
Oh, it's electric play for Noah Okafor. Beyond Collier, away from Yoro. And players in white waiting in the middle. And Lenny Yoro does actually deal with it in the end. Thrilling play from Noah Okafor.
That's so good. No options in around the halfway line. Lovely bit of skill, opened it all up. Wilson chance.
Well, he wasn't just scoring, he was creating last season, Harry Wilson for Fulham. As close to sweeping that into the path of Calvert-Lewin. This was brilliant to watch.
So good. Confident just to square up Yoro, who's quick himself. Pass, but so who actually got back to make the block. But they needed to. Well, Cunha run all the way back.
Well, here's the first long throw of the night from Ampadu. Beast of a delivery to Calvert-Lewin. Nearly met via the road and flick on.
Just felt he didn't quite gamble quick enough. Such a dangerous flat throw. Centre half.
They were big to come out with a 2-0 down to the Reds. Florian Wirtz on the score sheet for Leeds, struck 4 times in a remarkable second half comeback. White's now moving on to Calvert-Lewin. Stack has made a super run, he's offside here. Just hung up towards Justin and me pulls it out of the air. Sweep from Jack Fletcher up to Thompson. Will he try and take on Gnonto? Thompson still going. Well, we've seen him drop the ball back a little bit when he's been getting out there, but he went for it this time, Stephen Thompson.
I think Michael Carrick, coach, must be delighted with how positive this young man actually is. Shaw gives him that run on the outside as an option, encourages him to drive inside and get sight of goal.
Round of applause for Manchester United's new £35 million signing, Youri Tielemans. Vital part of Villa's success, winning the Europa League last season, playing in the Super Cup tonight. Nearly finds Lenny Yoro.
Mm.
Control the counter.
Jack Fletcher just made a little run in behind, but Collier didn't release. Here's Mazraoui battling with Dallo for right back, although Lenny Yoro in possession's played right back in pre-season for United too. A wonderful football. Fernandes, Tielemans and Mazraoui popping it around. Here's Jack Fletcher. Tina Thompson, it was just behind him, a bit awkward, and leads clear.
Tielemans makes it look relatively easy, but that's what they're looking for him in the base of that midfield. Can he release the team up the pitch, in behind?
Fernandes drops, turns and plays, but he's unable to thread it to Cunha. So with roughly 15 minutes to play in the second half, penalties is on the cards. Perhaps a handy exercise anyway ahead of the new season. Although no doubt Michael Carrick will want to win this in the 90. Yonto. Would it be fair to say the game to this point, Gary, with a quarter of an hour's play, has been pretty even? The scoreline is not an unfair reflection of how it's gone.
Yeah, I think at times it looks like United are in control, bearing in mind they're probing from the halfway line. But I think that's by design for Leeds. They're happy enough United to have it. They've got confidence in their structure, that 5-4-1. Probably looking to just suck United out so they can counter-attack. Hope you would think in terms there wouldn't be a real drop in intensity. So many changes.
So Mazraoui, 6 games World Cup for Morocco. So that's 17 million transfer Bayern Munich. Manchester United went to the same window. There's no Delict tonight. He's still on the road to recovery after his back injury, although he has travelled with the group and was signing pitch sides before the game here. Namal Agate, of course, with that serious knee injury at the World Cup. Benjamin Sesko yet to play since his injury against Liverpool back in May. Cunha hammers it in. Bornau was unchallenged. Now off the ball with that pace. Calvert-Lewin is drilled away into a good spot. Splendid defending by the teenager Dan Armour.
Pass again is released. First touch just doesn't get it out. Calvert-Lewin's feet well enough. And then does have an opportunity to pull not so in, but centre forwards don't really turn down that opportunity. Puts the hand up as if to say, listen, sorry, maybe I should have passed. So well before.
Cresswell was up. Justin Belting. And Dermot Mee makes his most impressive save since coming on.
That's a good save. He reads the body shape just to take a little step to his left hand side to make sure that he's there as he attempts to bend it in. All comes again from United, not particularly good on that first contact in terms of clearing the danger. Leeds making sure that they're ring fencing the attack to pick up second balls and get their reward with a strike on goal.
Big tackle from Harry Wilson. Thompson tried to get there first, won by Ampadu. Little face of play to stop the crowd going again. Hot ball by Fernandes. Cut up by Gnonto, and he's waiting the header so he can carry up field. Wilson with it. Still Gnonto. Yoro the challenge. Stack it. Yoro again. Fouls Justin.
When they lose possession leads, they do hunt back to force or try and force turnovers. They just want themselves free.
Wilson. This is delivery in towards Bornau. Cunha. Free kick to Leeds, who stand up to the pressure well. Fernandes with a shot! The flag is on. The celebrations have cut short. Just as Bruno Fernandes thought he made it 2-1 for Manchester United.
He's offering a wry smile to the referee, which suggests he maybe is a touch or gone a touch too early. Little boy behind, take nothing away from the finish. A little look over his right shoulder. That ball's coming on to him, then sets himself for the strike, a clean left-footed strike to the goalkeeper's right.
Well, many were celebrating for a while there after thinking Bruno Fernandes had made it 2-1. 10 minutes to go, there's still a match to be won. Splendid first time here. Here is Fernandes again. Cunha. Tielemans. Mazraoui. Still going in, Mazraoui. Fernandes. Cresswell stood up to that United corner.
Done well there, young Cresswell, and did on the early phase of play to get out quickly to make the block. It's a high five for his teammate Stack. Actually there.
Some appeals for a penalty against young Cresswell, but his arm was pretty tight to his body, I think we can agree. It's another deep delivery, these are clearly by design.
whole crowd are holding their breath. The whole red crowd, I should say.
Cancel a slip. It will run to Okafor. Stack. That's Rowan. Big tackle by Jack Fletcher on James Justin. Collier again. Has a pass on out wide to Thompson and will use it. Tina Thompson. They're getting a bit more stretch now as Gnonto will break more of the leads. Harry Wilson. Beautifully into his bar. Still Wilson. There was a pass on for Gnonto. He decides to go it alone.
That is a brilliant little feint of him doing the pass, and it did open up then in front of him. But I think you're right, Rob. The pass has to go back to Gnonto. Just now, when he gives a little bit of a look.
There's such confidence in his ability from distance with that left foot to work the goalkeeper.
Opened up a couple of times now on the left-hand side.
Shaw bombing onto support, vacating that area, keeping the young centre half behind him.
Young central midfielder alongside Tielemans as well, so it's not as if when they're attacking like they're shutting down that back door.
Stack has seen the pass. Wilson with the take. And a little bit more composure for the Wales international might have earned them a reward. Back by Stack.
It's clear. Oh, Anthony fought at it. He looked at the goalkeeper, virtually on the edge of his box. Attack goes to nothing. Oh, we've got two young lads trying to get their picture with Frankfurt United fans. Then straight to Bruno.
Well, Bruno Fernandes obliges to take a selfie with the young fan who ran onto the pitch. He's now trying to get Yuri Tielemans. He's got Tielemans. He's 2 for 2. And now him and his mates have rolled it off, and now another's out there. Well, Bruno Fernandes being very polite, as is Yuri Tielemans, and now security up stepping out to get some of the young fans, and now there's another. We've got a bit of an issue here now because young lads are running on left, right, and centre, trying to get a picture with the players. One of the referees, corner could have actually whistle. Okay, Gary, so
It'll be variance in terms of where he's fitness wise, so they'll need the minutes and it'll be the better for him.
the official player of the match in the Oil Sports Cup is the new Leeds United goalkeeper, Walter Scowie. United are making their way to the half-wide line. The goalkeepers taking up their spots in the penalty area. Calvert-Lewin will be taking one. I'm pretty sure I saw Ethan Andrew saying he wanted one for Leeds. And I think you can see how relaxed the Manchester United players are about the prospect of a shootout here. Okay, Gary, I mean, look, there's a young crowd here tonight as well. It's 9:30 at night. Everybody is still here. There is barely an empty seat. You call a draw of both teams occasion quite rare in most Manchester. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is good at them. He was Leeds' designated penalty taker really last season, and their top scorer as well with 14 Premier League goals. Germany signed a new contract in the summer. He's been with the club since the age of 11. Up against Calvert-Lewin, who clips it down the middle brilliantly to lead 1-up in this shootout.
That's what you see for. No doubt we'll see that type of penalty now in the neck for that type of one. Players trying to show their skills.
First up for United is Luke Shaw. Moises Cunha, 10 goals last season. Next up, an excellent free kick taker, no doubt, Anton Stach. Hoyes must get it beyond me. Read the goalkeeper to read it. A hand on it, not strong enough to keep it out. I don't know if you call that a home, he fully did, but if there's another pitch invasion, the game's going to be stopped. The security have propped up now, haven't they, Gary? You can see them all around the periphery of the pitch. Jack Fletcher stepping up for Manchester United. Great penalty. Did it low and clean and beyond the goalkeeper. Made his debut last season in the Premier League. Back in December, Jack Fletcher making 3 appearances. Up comes Gnonto. Remember me trying to put him off, and we already saved 1 kick. Gnonto, oh, that's a fantastic penalty from the young winger with a right smile in the direction of me and Markham, the goalkeeper. What a penalty. Huge cheer because Bruno Fernandes has made his way over to take this. Scored 4 of his 5 kicks in the Premier League last season. Pretty dependable. Bruno Fernandes looking to make it 4-3 with Chico.